Hi, I'm Chad Bettis, author of The Disciple Making Parent, and this is my audio blog, where I read some of my blog posts in audio format for your convenience. In today's episode, we're going to be thinking about 5 reasons to make dinner an event. When Sharon and I were first starting out as a family, we brainstormed on different practices that we hoped would characterize our family. Why? Because God gives us the privilege of creating a little family culture. For example, we have the privilege of determining the food we eat, the music in the house, the decorations on the wall, and the values that we hold. It's a privilege. And it's also a reflection of our imaging God. We are rightly ruling over this little part of God's world. One of those values we had was we both wanted to emphasize family dinners. We wanted to stop from our day and sit down as a family. In a word, we wanted to make dinner time an event. We believed it would be a special time of family bonding. We especially focused on this when the children were young. In contrast, one study finds that today only about 30% of families have dinner together. In addition, families are eating with the TV on or allowing their children to graze, that is, come to the table at different times and leave at different times. Unfortunately, this can be true even in Christian families. If you've been making this a habit, then you are not alone. But I want to encourage you to make your dinner time an event with a definite beginning, a definite end, and a definite plan. Here are 5 reasons to make dinner time an event. 1, it gives our children a chance to serve. Dinner time is a lot of work. Food has to be prepared, the table has to be set, drinks have to be poured, the food has to be moved to the table. And afterwards, the table now has to be cleared and the dishes washed and put away, and that's a lot of work. And yet, in all that, there are chances to teach our children to serve around the house. Our children, remember, do need to learn to serve. They're welcome members of our house, but we do best not by constantly serving them, but by teaching them to have a servant heart. Small dinner time chores like setting the table, bringing food over, or cleaning up are a perfect chance to contribute that way. So number 1, it gives our children a chance to serve. Number 2, it creates self-control. Part of parenting is training our children in self-control. There's the self-control of sitting and waiting to be served. There's the self-control of eating something that may not be their favorite. There's the self-control of asking to be excused. There is self-control of waiting for the honored guest to be served. For example, one way we applied this, sometimes we'd motivate our children for family devotions by having dessert, but because Dad likes sweets, that's one reason. However, this created another transfer of food from the kitchen to the table. And in that interim, with dessert sitting in front of them, they had to wait for Mom to come back and sit down. It was only after she, drum roll please, took the official bite that the rest of us could eat dessert. By waiting on her, we were teaching manners, self-control, and having fun at the same time. You could ask my kids about, quote, the official bite. So, number 2, it creates self-control. Number 3, it creates family identity, family bonding, and family warmth. Eating together is one of the 3 activities that binds hearts together. And at dinner time, we're able to hear the stories of the day, and in some cases, we give out the red plate as an encouragement. You can see my blog post or audio blog about the red plate. It also provides a natural setting to have some sort of family devotions. So number 3, it creates family identity, family bonding, and family warmth. Number 4, it gives us a chance to teach manners. 1 Corinthians 13:4 tells us love is not rude. So please, thank you, not burping out loud at the table, chewing with your mouth closed, are all small acts of love for those around us. So asking to be excused from the table is an act of consideration. And children don't pick up these actions naturally. They must be trained in them. And that's why God gave them parents. So number 4, it gives us a chance to teach manners. And number 5, it prepares us to eat with others. parents should always gain the victory in private before going public. So dinner is a chance to prepare our children to have people over for hospitality. Now the guests could be the focus of attention rather than the children. And this was true when we would go over to other people's houses as well. Although we didn't go out to restaurants much as a family of 6 on a pastor's salary, it did mean that when we went to the grandparents' house or when the grandparents took them out, they were ready. So it prepared us to eat with others. Dinner time with children is a lot of work, and yet it yields sweet fruit. Bring order out of the disorder and beauty out of the chaos by making it a goal to sit down to dinner as a family. Thank you for listening to the Disciple Making Parent audio blog. Material like this is found in the workbook of our video course, Parenting with Confidence. That's our study on the biblical foundations of parenting, and it's specifically aimed at parents of young children all the way up through 10 and 11 and 12. We give away the videos for free when you purchase the workbook. So you can find out more information on our website or at parentingwithconfidencestudy.com. Thanks for listening.